Okay. So thank you very much to everyone who has stayed back with me tonight. I want to share this one, which is in fact, it's actually two. I don't want to do much on it, but I'll just share this from Peter Obi's appearance somewhere in Bayelsa today. And then that of the INEC, then I'm going to take you to something more interesting. Okay? Don't go anywhere.
Your Grace, I have no need to make money again. God has given me enough. I was chairman of a bank in Nigeria, Fidelity Bank in Nigeria. The day I became chairman, I was on bed at 39 and they asked me a question. You're entitled to a Mercedes 500 and a Range Rover. I told them I have no entitlement. Everything I have, I need is in my house. Greed must have a limit or you're sick. Most people pursue money, you don't need. I'm not the richest person, but I have enough of what I need. What most people need, I don't need it. I just want to live a simple. I hear you. When I was chairman of Security and Exchange Commission in Nigeria, and I was asked whether the day I went to city, they told me what my entitlements are. And I told them, I'm not entitled to anything. I don't want anything from you. The present governor of Bauchi State, gave me a land in Abuja. He said you can ask him. He asked me 3 months ago that I'm the only person who have given land who haven't built it. I said, I told you, I do not need the land in Abuja. I don't want house all over the place. I'm not against those who do it too. As long as it doesn't conflict my interest, they can do it. But I want to reduce my headache. Your Grace.
So he brags differently, like we say all the time, and he will mention names, he will mention places, and he will ask you if he lied. Then those people should come out and say, no, he's telling a lie. But most of the time, or never at any time, has he been told that, especially whatever has to do with him, that he lied. No. However, like I said, I would want to share a lot with you on that, but managing my time tonight is going to restrict me a bit. But I would like you to listen to this from the team that want to use the beavers to conduct your election in 2 weeks' time, or 2.5 weeks' time. Mahmoud, what is he saying?
Out of these 1,241 cases, over 300 are right now before the Court of Appeal, and 155 before the Supreme Court as of Monday this week. I'm sure by the time I ask the Director of Litigation and Prosecution for an update, he will give me a higher figure. These were the figures as at Monday last week. So we'll appreciate the support of the Bar Association in handling some of these cases. I know that you have the capacity to do some of these cases, particularly pro bono as service to the nation. So we look forward to some suggestions and ideas from the Bar Association about how we can collaborate with you to ensure that these cases are handled and dealt with expeditiously. Mr. President, you talked about free, fair, inclusive, and credible elections. I want to add that the Commission is not only committed to free, fair, credible, and inclusive elections, but we are equally committed to verifiable elections, in which not just those involved in the elections as collation and returning officers, but even citizens have access to results of election on election day. Hope, and that is what we have been working for some time now, is that citizens will even know the outcome of elections before we make a formal declaration of results. deepen the use of technology in elections. As you said, Mr. President, the allegiance of the Commission is to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and our loyalty is only to the people of Nigeria, the voters, and will remain unshaken in ensuring that we deliver election that truly reflects the wishes of Nigerians. On this note, I want to thank.
That's the guy that's going to conduct your election. I know that, you know, apart from Mayegun doing everything to dispel misinformation, fake news that are religiously and tribally targeted, knowing that those who are pushing them and why. I do that freely on Mayegun's Diary Political to let you see through when they start pushing any kind of agenda, religious and tribal. I come in between there to truncate the fake news and all that. So I know that your election is filled with fake news, lies, and half-truth. But majority of you, even though you kind of do it intentionally because you want something, okay? But here are the few things you should be asking yourselves. Be honest, okay? There are fake news, there are real news. And there is no amount of time you repeat fake news, okay? Something that is fake. There is no amount of time you repeat it that will make it real. So let's look into a few things. While I was, watching the INEC chairman, they're talking, giving assurance about their election and all that. So I said that Peter Obi brags differently. It is because he brags differently. That's a guy who was a former governor of a state in Nigeria. And you know what comes with being a former governor of a state in Nigeria. Now that guy, I'm not saying he's a saint too, and I don't want to say that too. But when it comes to the rogues you have in Nigeria, he's better, far better saint. In fact, he's a saint. Saint Obi, you can call him Saint Obi. And let's be fair, let's be honest. So somebody now said, what about Panama? I know, like I said, repeating a lie many times will not make it the truth. Okay? Even if that's what you want to believe. But for the sake of those who need to know, Peter Obi was mentioned in a Panama newspaper expose among people. It was like, if you remember that time, it was among the politicians, businessmen, private individuals, and the rest of them, all over, diplomats and all over the world, who have their own offshore, what do you call it? Or this offshore account stuff, right? Shell companies, they are called, okay? So, and it was mentioned there. It wasn't the only person mentioned there. I'll tell you what makes them different. They mentioned Nigerian politicians inside, Panama newspaper, of those who have those Shell accounts. But when they started mentioning the names of the rogues in Nigeria, majority of them are already facing fraudulent corruption charges, corruption cases in Nigeria. Tinubu was mentioned there. Oyetola of Osun was mentioned there. Aregbe was mentioned there. Saraki was mentioned there. Who else? There are many like that. And Peter Obi was mentioned there. But you know what differentiates them? Before the Nigerian politicians started using what they call the shell companies. Shell companies are just companies, they don't really exist. They just make them up. And they put some portfolio in them, which is stolen money. Obi publicly said, when he was invited to come and contest for governor in Anambra, right? He was living in the UK then. He said he put all of his investments, sold all of his shares where he could sell all of them, put all of them together and put them in a shell company. Then returned back to Nigeria to contest for governor. And he said, if you see a penny of Anambra State in that shell company mentioned by Panama, take it. It's not my own. But they said, but he evaded tax. That's what I'm saying. Your politicians steal your money. They put them in shell companies under false names, right? Other people who make their money, if he makes his money illegitimately, that should be the question for the places he has done his business. And that should even be your job. How did he make his money? Of course, you do know how he made his money. So majority of you are persecuting him, or you are finding something to hang on to, because he was the only person who left the government and didn't take your money, didn't steal any dime. They said, but he invested the money in the company where his family have interest. Really? Are you being serious? Where Kolu annexed a majority of all of your politicians who have been either governor or what have you, annex the purse of their differences. So you are prosecuting a man for investing the state money in a business that didn't say in his own name, oh, hey, he's committed a crime. But why? What is your government doing? How come EFCC is not picking him up? How come he's not one of those standing for corruption trial in Nigeria? Have you not asked yourself that? And what does that tell you? It tells you that you are an hypocrite. I don't know how that sits with you, but some of these obedient are actually up to the task, for many of you anyway. But lies, repeating lies, okay? When they stole your money in Nigeria and put them in shell companies, your money they stole. These guys had no business. Everything you heard about Tinubu, owned by Tinubu and his proxies today, he never had them in 1999. You know that. But you are comfortable with your known thieves. That's what I'm saying. And then you are persecuting a man because he saved money that they never found in his private account or the account of his family members. And you're actually looking for that and saying that that makes him the same thing with all these guys. Like I said, you can tell yourself all of that all the time. But the truth remains the same thing. He is not in their league. And he bragged differently. And if there's any time they should actually prove him wrong, that he's a liar, do you know something? This is the best time. This is the time that the EFCC could actually bring anything out right now. Why are they not doing that? Why? Even Kolu, the compromise they have on him, from PDP, they transferred it to the APC. Have you forgotten that they are investigating Alpha Beta of over 300 billion naira of evaded tax stolen? And the only reason why you probably haven't heard much of that now is because of the way Jokoje that they are still giving to. So don't pretend and don't mix them up. But my they are all the same. Don't no. Just say you are for Kolu, or you are for Atifku, or you are for another person you are for. Don't mix them up. That's not how things are done. Okay? Repeating lies all the time will make it right. Okay? The only sin, right? I did say something to people. I said, for somebody like me, I wouldn't talk about Buhari if he was not the leader of the government in Nigeria. I wouldn't talk about APC if they are not those in charge of Nigeria. So when things goes down, they are responsible for it. If criminals are roaming about, it is their job. It is not social media persecution and all that. Have you not noticed that it's not even working? An Igbo man said, Igbos are good in everything in Nigeria. Everyone is comfortable with the Igbos in Nigeria until any Igbo says he wants to be president of Nigeria. You know that. All of you know your bigotry, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are this or whatever. You know that. All of you know. So don't pretend. I'm just saying that in that state of mind, don't continue to lie about something that is not true because you want to believe it. The question you should ask yourself is that how come that out of the 100% of those who have been governors in Nigeria, how come there is not one of those under investigation and it's left the government since when? 2000 and what? 2011 or 12, I don't know. So I'm just saying, so the guy brags differently and he mentioned places and names to the face of those who are supposed to show to you that they have something on him. And it's almost 2 weeks to election. I believe you are also praying that they will finally give you something. Panama, there, if he has committed any crime or evaded any tax, she be in a business where you get for Nigeria. You go pay tax to Nigeria. Some of you don't even get sense. Some of you don't get sense. Here you get. The guy sold his businesses and all of that outside Nigeria, which means in your own book, he hasn't even committed any crime. But in the political world, he's an Igbo man. He saved money How dare he save money? How can he be bragging that he doesn't want land, he doesn't want this or that? Well, how did he even, I mean, he stole, Jerry must have stolen Jerry Weary. Do you think that's how it's done? That's not how it is done. I just thought I should clear that part. Again, I have told you, okay? Mayegun, you are obedient. If it's convenient for you, enjoy it too. If I wake up tomorrow and I have something to say, and you begin to feel, I thought this Mayegun gets sense, you won't be the first to tell me that. That's why I said, don't call me your friend. But I will never call blue black or black red. I won't. And that's why I said, I say my mind. You can do what you like, or do whatever you like, whatever I say. But you are not going to promote lies just because it is going to be a bit convenient to suit your narrative. That's not how it's done. That is not how it is done. You need something concrete that need to stick. If you go on social media, on Google now, go and search for Tinubu in cage, Saraki in cage. All this, your politicians, go and Google about them in cage in different court cases. You'll be surprised at you are being led by criminals, APC, PDP, and all of them. I said, anyone or any group of people who stands up to this establishment, this rotten establishment, destroy it, collapse it, you'll be my friend. Like, I want that to happen. Even though I know what you are up against is, in fact, more rooted than what majority of you think. But I'm not in doubt of what you can do. Do it, face them, or else. Every one of us will go into extinct by the time these guys are done with us. Nobody is safe. When a lot of our people are actually in that so don't pretend about that. But do you think Obi, don't ask me stupid questions, okay? I am not Obi's supporter or fan, okay? I have told you they are your karma. I am not going to answer a question about them for you. Are they your karma? Are they threat to what used to be your traditional, rigged system? Yes, they are. That's a fact. Do they have anything on him? Do they have anything to send him to anywhere? They should release it right now, not you weary on social media writing nonsense, thinking. Have you not noticed that it's not working? Have you all not noticed? This is not 2015. In 2015, majority of them are cooking, they are cooking different propaganda that finally led us to this state of what is it they call it? Division. Everybody want to go their separate ways now. Yes, that's what they have done. So may everything collapse inside there, and don't try to blackmail anybody. He's an Igbo man. He continues to tell you that he's a Nigerian, so which means he has the same rights like all the other rogues that you are all worshiping, the relics that you are all worshiping in a way, yeah? Except if he's actually not welcome, which is the truth. An Igbo man is not welcome to take power in Nigeria. Obi is challenging that status quo. Tell me why you will not hate him when they actually raised you, right? To be scared of the Igbos when they come to lead you. Now, an Igbo man is about to lead you. What are you going to do about it? You have played religious card. You have played the tribal card. You have played all the cards you can play. Can't you see that they are not working? You better pray that your touts and your money and all of that will probably come to your aid, because that's the only thing you have left. In my own opinion, no. So don't pretend about anything at all. And let's go back to the streets, where our team did a wonderful job by reaching out to those who are indeed victims of the rotten system. I wanted to tell you something earlier. I said, you see people who come from Anambra, if you are from Anambra State, where Obi was governor, anything where you feel about Obi, to somebody like me, you are right. I know the question now. If you say is the worst of the worst, you are right. If you are from Anambra, I've never been there. Or I've been there, just passing. I've never lived there. Here you get, I didn't live under Obi. If you say it's the best thing, you are right. To me, you are. Now you experience them, not me. So the millions of you who either existed under his rule and existed after his rule, the way you feel about him is completely right. True. To me. Because for 8 years, he was legally responsible for all the millions of people in Anambra State. That was his job, including the rest of those who worked with him. So yeah, you hold him responsible. Whatever he did in Anambra, good or bad, didn't affect me, Mayegun, from Ogun State. No, it didn't. Well, did he develop Anambra? Ṣé wèrè wà lórí ẹni? Kí ló kàn mí pẹ̀lú Anambra àti Ayumad? Those who are responsible for us in Yoruba land, 23 years, look around us. And there are those who are trying to now make you feel like it will only take just another sick man to now help Yoruba. Like, are you mad? You want me to be worried, or you want people to be worried about a man from Anambra when you are not from there? But you are from Ogun, you are from Lagos, where you no get water, you no get water, you no get light, you no get job, you no get anything. And you know what I'm saying. So if you have to be worried about anything, it should be that. To me, the place that Buhari came in is the fact that whatever is being done to us as Yorubas in Yoruba land by Yorubas who are governors, who are senators, who are all of these people, right? They are Yorubas. Whatever is being done to us because of the impact of Nigeria and Buhari as well is allowed because the Yorubas in Yoruba land, the Yoruba criminals in Yoruba land allowed it. I'm not going to turn around and say the poverty in Yoruba land should be blamed on who? Somebody from Anambra. Is that how it is done? It's our own. Tiwa. But if tomorrow, listen to me, if tomorrow Obi become your president, Abi, from the day one, he will become responsible for everything that happens from that day. That is how I do my things. Because around that time, if you take any decision, it will not only affect me. Are you with me? It will affect the people I love, the people that are still there in that Nigeria. So what do you want me to do? Become your... Nah, that's not how it's done. So that's what I'm saying. When it's federal, whatever happens to the component states and those who allowed it, starting from the center, affects all of us. And I don't play tribal, religious, and all that when I'm talking about those, because those are real things. So I'm trying to let you know that whether it becomes your president or it doesn't become your president, are you with me? Is serving the real karma, and whatever you are throwing at them, it's not working. Sure, you get, it's not working. When you see Yorubas, when you see people from everywhere, and they will tell you, I'm not supporting the Obi because he's an Igbo man, and I'm not doing this. You know what I mean? So whatever you are throwing at them, it's not working. Just pray that the last one you are working on works. It will cost Tinubu, for Tinubu to get at least 15 million votes. Tinubu will need to spend at least 279 billion naira to buy that 17 million votes. And that means if they allow the old notes to continue, you are likely going to be offered, between, sorry, what am I saying? It's going to cost him, for that 15 million, it's going to cost him 439 million, 39 billion naira. And the money is there. And there is no way they can mop up such amount of money, new notes, before the election. That's why they want this old note to be left alone, so that they can offer you between 10,000 and 20,000 naira per vote for 15 million votes. That's the calculation. Just pray that that won't work. Because if that one too enter kosher in another 12 hours, in another 24 hours, if the Supreme Court that told you that they have extended the old note until 15th of, if by tomorrow, Emefiole failed to make announcement that they have extended your Naira swap, old Naira, to 15th of February, I swear, the Wolo Madam an old note here. And there you go, see desperation in action, where Tinubu and gang are going to lose it all. I told you. Now they are still dancing around Buhari, pretending, praising him, and all of that. He said he's going to become your president because of Buhari. Meanwhile, he's indirectly telling you that he's going to lose the election because of Buhari. So if in another, tomorrow is 10th, right? If by tomorrow Emefiele fail to announce that they are complying with the Supreme Court order, Baba, if you get any old naira for hand, Omadan Noni, or you go to Republic of Kaduna, or you go to Republic of Kogi, you see that one, the Kogi whose wife has run away on the run, he himself will soon be on the run. Share you get, you will relocate to Kogi, Republic of Kogi, or the Republic of Nasarawa. These are likely places where if you have old naira notes, you can buy and trade by barter. Share you get, and just remember, they might want to try to separate themselves from the failure of APC. They are part of it. Don't ever forget, because we are all feeling the brunt. A lot of us have decided just to go beyond just talking about the damages that these criminals have done to us, our people, our children, to getting involved in supporting and then assisting, no matter how little. Yeah, we were there. And the last trip, I showed you the trip to Ibadan. This one is what I'm going to show you from Oshun, where we met another, hundreds or thousands of school children, where we had a chat with them. I'll show you that, and I'm going to skip down in a bit, and you can see the full clip later on this channel. But do you mind? Let's go to Osun State's Yoruba Union in Osun with our back to school project, supporting the school children that are likely going to end up out of school, as the alarming figure of over 6 million Yoruba school children are currently out of school. Can you believe that? And the number is growing with the poverty that is also spreading as we speak. So we reached out. It wasn't much, but the trip itself was very, very, very much valuable, I'll say. Let's go to Osun, Yoruba Union, ladies and gentlemen.
Because you are our home, and we will never leave our home. Good morning, everybody.
Good afternoon. This is morning.
How are you?
Fine.
I am happy to meet you. My name is Princess. I came to talk to you. Ṣé gbọ́ Yorùbá? Wọ́n gbọ́ Okay. English ló máa ń sọ sí wọn. Okay. So òyìnbó ni máa bá wọn sọ. Mo mú gift wá fún yín ni. I brought gifts for you. And I'm a member of a union. He is a member of the same union too. He came from Spain. We came to tell you that whatever it is you're doing here, you're doing it well. You are on the right path. Education will take you places. I was sent to you by my people in the Yoruba Union. Ìgbìmọ̀ má jẹ́ kó bàjẹ́. They asked me to tell you that you're doing perfectly well and you are the leaders we are waiting for. We know great things will happen from here. We know you will become greater people, greater adults in the nearest future. We know that you will be successful. We believe in you. We know there will be doctors. Mo kí Yorùbá Union fún nǹkan tó ṣe fún wa níbí ìlérè gẹ́gẹ́ bí union. Mo dẹ̀ dúró gẹ́gẹ́ fún àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n ṣe àwọn nǹkan yẹn fún àwọn ọmọ tí èmi bàtà tí èmi ìwé fún oore gbogbo tí wọ́n ṣe fún wọn. Àwọn náà gbọ́dọ̀ rí gbogbo bí àwọn ọmọ yẹn ṣe dúró tó jẹ́ pé ìlàjì ní ìgan àwọn olùkọ́ wọn ló máa ń san owó skul wọn bí wọn ẹlòmíì fún àwọn ló máa gbé ṣùgbọ́n bí ọjọ́ ọ̀la wọn ṣe máa rí tí àwọn Yorùbá Union máa ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ ńlá fún wọn láti mú wọn tẹ̀síwájú láti jẹ́ káwọn náà jẹ́yàn láyé pẹ̀lú ohun gbogbo tí ètò ẹ̀wà ní àyíká wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí tó jẹ́ pé àti rí ohun ló ra oúnjẹ gan àti ṣe nǹkan gan ó fẹ́ nira díẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ lórí lọ́wọ́ àwọn Yorùbá Union tó fi ìgbésẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń gbé tí ìgbésẹ̀ kan tẹ̀ tó gbé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tí ojú gbogbo dẹ̀ rí yìí mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn lórúkọ Jésù. Union náà máa tẹ̀síwájú Yorùbá wa náà dẹ̀rẹ̀ ó máa dùn wá ó máa wà ní àlàáfíà Ọlọ́run máa bá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá gbé ní agbára Ọlọ́run ní àṣẹ tẹ̀. Àwọn nǹkan kan wà tá a fẹ́ kẹ́ ṣe. Àwọn nǹkan yẹn ní pé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ dàgbà àyà, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ di àgbà olè. Mo ṣàdúrà o, mo ń sọ fún yín ní pé àgbà àyà àtàgbà olè ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe yẹn o. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe olóṣèlú gbogbo yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà á máa rí doctor, a máa rí lawyers, a máa rí engineers, a máa rí accountant, a máa rí ìyàwó president, a máa rí president obìnrin because bí gbogbo ṣe wà yìí ọmọ aládé ni yín o. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan kan wà tá a máa need láti ṣe tẹ́yìn náà máa need láti ṣe tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti sọ fáwa láti ilẹ̀ ni àbá ti rọ́nà lọ gan. Ohun tá a fẹ́ ṣe yẹn ni pé ìlú wa kẹ́tọ́ di Nigerian Yorùbá ni yín. Òun ló ṣe jẹ́ pé Yorùbá ni mò ń sọ sí yín òun lẹ fi ń dá mi lóhùn padà inú mi dẹ̀ dùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń dá mi lóhùn yẹn. Ó wá ní ìlú tí gbogbo wa ń lọ ìlú wa yẹn Yorùbá nation ni. Ká tó di Nàìjíríà we were a nation. Ó ti gbé history kúrò ní school because wọn ò fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ history yín. history yẹn we come back tá a bá ní ìlú wa ọlọ́run á gbé wa délẹ̀ lérí o. Kí lorúkọ ìlú wa tá à ń lọ yẹn? Kí lorúkọ ìlú wa tá à ń lọ yẹn? Yoruba Nation. Kí lorúkọ ìlú wa tá à ń lọ yẹn? Kí lorúkọ ẹ̀? Àwọn lọ́rọ̀ mi sí yín, àwọn Yoruba Union ìgbìmọ̀ má jẹ́ kó bàjẹ́ lọ́rọ̀ mi sí wọ́n ní kí n mú gift wá fún yín kí n bẹ̀ sọ fún yín. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní kí n sọ fún yín pé ohun tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí òun ló dáa jù. Bẹ̀ ṣe ń kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń kà á tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń kà á tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ yìí òun ló máa gbé yín débi gíga. Wọ́n ní kí n sọ fún yín bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kí n sọ fún yín pé èyí tó bá mọ̀wé dáadáa jù láàárín yín tó fojú sí ìwé ẹ̀ nǹkan tí gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ wa fojú sí ìwé yín nìyẹn o. Èyí tó bá fojú sí ìwé ẹ̀ dáadáa láàárín yín ọlọ́ máa fún wọn ní scholarship.
Ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́.
So tá a bá fún yín ní scholarship ṣe yí pé ó máa jẹ́ kí ẹrù yẹn kó easy kó fúyẹ́ táwọn òbí yín láti gbé. So kẹ fojú sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yín kẹ dẹ̀ ṣe dáadáa àádọ́lẹ̀ lérí lágbára náà. Go to your classroom. Class olele. Primary 3. 40 leaves.
40 leaves.
40 leaves in Brazil. Okay, that's very good.
23.
40 leaves, right?
So, ìgbà wo yẹn tí a sọ lápò ìlú ìlú oṣù kan náà wọ́n dúró
Aisha.
White and blue socks. Bá nation wa tá à ń sáré ẹ̀ àdèbàwà láyé àtàláfíà. Kí lorúkọ ìlú wa tá à ń sáré ẹ̀ yìí? Kí lorúkọ ẹ̀? Kí lorúkọ ìlú yín? For yourself.
mọ̀ pé jìnnà síra náà.
Good. Ṣé gbọ́ Yorùbá? Ó yẹ pàtẹ́wọ́ fúnra yín. Àwọn èèyàn kan ló ń sí ilé. Dádì kan wà ń ta. Àwọn náà wà nínú gúrùpù yẹn. Èmi náà wà nínú gúrùpù yẹn. Bọ̀ àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ tó pọ̀ jù lé ìgbé lọ́wà. Wọ́n ní kí wọ́n bá wọn sọ nǹkan kan fún yín. Ṣé kí n sọ? Ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́? Ó yá màá sọ. Wọ́n ní kí n sọ fún yín pé nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń kàwé yìí. Tẹ́ ń fojú sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yín. Wọ́n ní kí n kí yín pé nǹkan tó dáa lẹ́ ń ṣe. Wọ́n ní kí n sọ fún yín. Mo rí robotic engineers láàrin. Mo rí àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ ilé ẹgbẹ́ àbí. Mo rí ẹ̀yìn tí a bá rí Yorùbá Nation wa gbà. Ní ìdí láti mọ èèyàn kẹ tó lè ríṣẹ́. Ní ìdí láti jẹ́ ọmọ ẹlẹ́wọ́ kẹ tó lè ní lárí. Free education lọ máa fún gbogbo yín. Gbogbo àwọn ọ̀gá tó bá lè ṣe a máa yọrí sí rere.
Thank you to everyone that participated in making this happen. I told you that we will soon be seeing the faces of the children. So far, so good. Our targets are like 10,000 children. And I have been told that we might actually be covering up to 11,000 school children across Yoruba land. So we have covered other places too. I'll bring the reports to you later. Okay. Ekiti, Ondo, Kwara, Ilorin, Ogbomoso, Oyo, Ibadan. Now, as well as coming down to Lagos, Ogun, they still have a long trip to go, but they've also covered a lot of ground. And I bet a lot of you actually are already farming Princess. So thank you very much, Princess and your team, and everyone who worked behind the scene. For this, we are so grateful to all of you. And as you are saying, Mayegun, thank you. No. This is no longer about Mayegun anymore. I have started working with a lot of people, and that's why you're going to be seeing a lot of changes, a lot of moves, a lot of things. This one is on education. So you may look at us and say, wow, I love that. We still have our program on security. We have our programs on what do you call it, health. We have our programs on a small loan and support for women. We have a lot of things that are going to connect us with our people and with the same message, telling them there's nothing wrong in wanting Yoruba nation. But do you want it? Let's tell you about it. Let's tell you what it is going to be like when that happens. So we decided to go this route, right? As a serious grassroots sensitization. We need that number. We need the people on our side. And when they say they want it, I can bet it. Nobody will stop them. Nobody will stop us. Okay? And around that time, you will understand what the people's power truly mean. Okay? So we appreciate everyone. We appreciate our donor. And then we are still taking donations, by the way, please, because Yoruba Union programs are always like continuous, okay? And whatever comes in, they are always going to go into the same purse where we are always going to dip our hands into whenever we are running programs and projects like this. There are many people who have been offering, right? Can you believe that? Some people this is the second time, right? You haven't even seen the fourth one. You haven't seen fifth. You haven't seen sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th video of all our visits of different places we've visited and we are still going to visit. Just one. Yesterday, people are already calling me to say, what can they do to order different sizes of school sandals for all these children to deliver them? I was like, don't worry. You are all going to be part of this. But even if we have to do something to convince you, we will do that. Our consistency, our honesty, our sincerity, and our transparency are going to be our own currency. So eventually you're going to see us and you're going to pick interest in one of these or some of these as we progresses and all that. So this is our style, this is our way, and we choose that because if you are trying to say you want to save some people, you should never, for any reason, right, be part of those that will bring a violence on them. There is power in number, and there are many ways you can get that number. And we believe in this theory, okay, without condemning anybody, it's okay, but we would not want to be part of anything that will bring any bloodshed or what have you, simply because we want a Yoruba nation. So, again, we will test this theory, and you are going to, you're going to live to witness what it simply means, right? To do things this way. Yeah, don't worry. We are not in a rush. So, I want to say thank you once again. I am thinking I should take calls, or maybe, I don't know if Princess is on the road right now, or if she's available to just chip in one or two things tonight, just like last night. Or I will just take one or two calls and call it a night. But whichever way, I am going to give myself a break. Remember this. If you haven't really liked this broadcast, I would advise that you should. Okay. Yeah, somebody was talking about a food program. You have no idea. We've already been offered right now in 3 different places over 50 acres, hectares of land. I'm talking about over 250 plots of land right now for our own agricultural projects, something that we intend to do, right? Grow some food and then get them processed and then deliver them to our different food banks across Yoruba land, which simply means that I won't tell you the details because it's not yet finalized, but it is going to happen. So we intend to start doing that the moment we have a grip on the people who have been keeping our people safe in their own little way and big way in Yoruba land. Once we factored all of that into it, yes, I'm going to show you the farm, Yoruba Union farms, someday, soon. And you're going to be like, oh my God, they said they are going to do farm. How many acres is this one? I'll show you soon. And you're going to see people that are going to get really, really employed. They're going to work on those farms. They're going to grow those food across Yoruba land. I'm going to show you how it is done with little money, with little resources, but much dedication and determination of the people that are going to be convinced that it is doable. Are you with me? So I am going to go make myself a cup of tea. Now, when I get back, right, I will take calls and then we can call it a night. So thank you so much for staying till this time with me, right? But don't go anywhere. If you want to listen to people's contribution tonight, I will be back. Hello there.
Hello, my ears are back.
Babu. Ivy.
My day, how about this?
For the days and the clock. Well, we thank God though, Baba. I'm here.
You never read for me since that's on the day where I come back from Nigeria where we talk. I never saw you back.
See, Baba, yeah, I know how you be for this place, yeah. So I would never be.
As person they enter now. One, the weather first changed on my body. I never even go work. I never go live for you. Now tomorrow they start work.
So your body is
father,
reacting
no.
when you return. I see. Anyway.
No, yeah.
So how you be, Baba?
Baba, listen, I go first do say, I will thank Almighty God.
Yes.
Over Princess, Ahmed, and all the crews. I never get opportunity to talk on this platform when I come back from my job Saturday.
I know.
Baba, I don't want to go into details within my eyes. Baba, I sit down inside my comfort zone for Nigeria for Kenya, I say. But I share tears when I see listen to the past. They say no be the same this Nigeria where I still come last year, January, come February today. But that no be where I did go to. The main thing where I want to talk on this platform is I beg all of us in the name of God, Allah, Jesus, whatever support we will give Princess and this crew. Maybe through prayer, financially, phone call, she deserves more than that. She and the crew. Because, Baba, from last week up to today, if you ask Princess, she will tell you, I know they sleep. And they call her in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. I want to know where she is. I want to know what they do.
I know.
Sometimes I even they fear for her and the crew. Like that last week.
When they started telling me what it was like going to Pobe, only to figure out that half of those they went to see are already back in year one of them. They have to pass through the bush. I was like, people won't see most of that. I mean, all we are seeing is a video and it looks good.
Baba, you see that Pobe trip. Anybody who won't believe, make you believe. Anybody who won't believe, make you not believe. Baba, me, Yerumole, I don't do firework for 4 years for Nigeria. I know all those routes. I tell Princess, if you reach a Laro, I use God beg you. Call my junior sister.
I know.
And she helped me wait for them.
Say thank you to her too. She was of
no problem,
great.
Baba.
I was just waiting for a day that Princess will come back and give the report, and it's just going to be the whole night conversation about the trip. But yeah, your sister,
Baba,
I'm personally grateful
but
to
that
her.
night, I no go lie.